Stand Up Diaries with Michelle Christine.
Hello and welcome to Stand Up Diaries. Ow, the dog. Okay, entry 122. And sometimes the dog likes to scratch me when I have maple on me, but that's just how it goes. This one's called Get a Show from a Show. And the reason I say that is that oftentimes when I go to a show, I'll just start talking to people at the show and just shooting the shit. And then they'll mention another room that's elsewhere somewhere. And so it's always kind of a good strategy to try to find out about another room or try to get onto another show while you're at a show so that it's always like a really productive experience. And today I went to the music open mic close to my house, and I was just talking to the person across from me, and they just played the guitar. And we were just talking, and I said, I actually just do more like storytelling and stand-up. And he's like, oh really? Well, I do short stories at this kind of open mic in Roncesvalles that's the last Friday of every month. And they're always looking for people who don't do music, just because sometimes when like bands are trying to switch gear and stuff like that, it's just nice to have someone go on stage that doesn't require any of that equipment. And so I was like, oh sweet. So became friends on Facebook, wrote in my notebook the time of the show, the name of the place, and then I'll be able to scout that out the last Friday of this month. So that really works to my advantage, because after a while you kind of get used to the circuit that you go on, like the same shows over and over and over again, and a lot of times it's the same audience because it's the exact same show, and then your jokes will fall flat because they've already heard them, in their infancy. So whenever I can find out about a new room, it's always really, really good, and I try to make a quick note of it so that I don't forget, because that way I can really sharpen up my jokes, because I'll have fresh ears more of the time when I do shows. And anyways, Maple's going a little bit crazy, so I'll end it there. This has been your next edition of Stand Up Diaries. I have been Michelle Christine.